There's another way to write this code that is much nicer, and that is any value, whether it be an integer literal or a double literal, that has an f suffix is turned into a float literal. This f is not a function. It isn't a conversion. It isn't a cast. It is syntax that's built into the C# language that says if any number has an f immediately following it, it will be considered by the C# compiler to be a float literal. So which means I can remove this cast right here, and I can put an f at the end, and now this code works. And if I hover over this, notice how it says struct system.single. And remember, singles are the same things as floats. Because this is now a float literal, it can be assigned to a float value. So you also noticed I had this decimal value too. And at first I did something like that. Now, in C#, this is one of the exceptions to the rules. I don't know why they did this. Or I'm not saying rule as in rule. I'm saying, remember how I said that typically the C# compiler will let anything be implicitly converted if no loss of information can happen? This is an exception to that. I don't really know what the justification on the C# compiler teams was to disallow this implicit conversion, but they did. I cannot take a double and implicitly convert it into a decimal. Now I could explicitly convert it into a decimal if I wanted to by using a cast, but I cannot implicitly convert it into a decimal. So, fortunately, we don't have to do this. The C# compiler introduces the m suffix.